I think that there's a few things college has taught me. One in particular is how to be independent in a healthy way. I think I've always been kind of an independent person, but growing up, I kind of had to still be dependent, and so I took my independence in my own hands. And so when I went into college, it was like, oh, I have to be independent and responsible. And so it kind of like pushed me into a corner to really decide who I was and what I wanted to do. One thing I really like about being independent is I kind of felt like I had the freedom to fail. I think before, like, I put a lot of pressure on myself on, achieving things and being successful, but in college you have the experience and time to kind of experiment with what you want to do. And so I was able to do a lot of different things, whether it be projects or making new friends or doing new things. I felt like I had the freedom to kind of try my own way and see if it worked out.
I'd say that the biggest thing that I learned here in college was how to interact with people, like, confidently. I think when I was in high school, something that I struggled a lot with was like wanting to fit in a lot of places where I might not have like naturally fit in. And I think coming to college and meeting the people that I met, it kind of granted me like a confidence within myself where I could kind of go into any situation and not try to change myself to fit the environment, but to be myself. And like that honestly helped me adapt to more situations than I had been able to previously. I think I've been able to create a lot more genuine friendships in college because of the things that I learned about myself. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if you're not really like in tune with who you are and like you don't really know what you want, then it's kind of hard for you to bring other people into your life because you don't have that. Like, if you don't know who you are, how are other people gonna come to know you and really understand who you are? So I think I kind of just like really found that sense of self.
When I was in high school, I never really felt like I made friends that stuck. They felt honestly more like acquaintances than anything. And then COVID happened and I graduated, right as COVID kind of came in, and so I didn't get to see a lot of those people again. And that kind of put me into depression, and I didn't really know where to go from there, especially coming into college. But, since coming here, I've made new relationships and learn how to treat people better myself, be more involved in certain relationships, and the friends I have now, I wouldn't trade for the world. I definitely feel like I made the right choice coming here. Just looking back as someone about to graduate, looking back on my 4 years, there were a lot of times where I felt like what I was doing in my classes and so forth wasn't really pertaining to what I wanted to do. But as I rose up in the hierarchy of the Mint major and found different production classes and other stuff, I really think I have a great skill set to take into the workforce after this.
So I think the biggest mistake for me whenever I first got to college was not kind of thinning the herd. I didn't join any groups. I should have joined a sport, I should have joined a club, some type of organization, and I didn't. And that was definitely a big drawback to my freshman year. And whenever I transferred back home, that school was too small to support any kind of social gathering like that. So when I got to Kennesaw, that was the first thing on my agenda. I knew that I had to join some sort of club, and I looked around, saw some sports, didn't know if I could really commit my time to it, especially with getting into my upperclassmen years. But then I stumbled across Our Network and broadcasting, and it seemed like it would do everything for me that I would get out of an internship, but also provide kind of a close unit family and develop relationships that I would carry with me throughout school and throughout my time after graduation. And since joining that organization, I have not regretted it one day. And these are my coworkers. They're all people that I will continue to talk to well into the future, and we all have, again, bright futures ahead of us.